bringing a new face and dynamic to the home inspection industry. Kismet Kennedy Home Inspections, owned and operated by Nashelle Kennedy.
Hi, my name is Nashelle Kennedy with Kismet Kennedy Home Inspections, servicing the Southern California area. And today I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about home inspections, including why you should get one, when do you need one, and what exactly is entailed in a home inspection. Alrighty, let's go. Okay, so I'll tell you now, I'm going to be reading off of a script that I created because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything and I cover everything thoroughly. So if you see me looking down a lot, honey, it's because I just want to make sure I have all the information for you guys. And yes, I had to write a script for this webinar. Alrighty, so let's get started. So, the first question I usually get asked is, what exactly is a home inspection? A home inspection is a visual examination of a home's interior, exterior, structure, and major systems. The second question I get asked is, why do I need a home inspection? So the purpose of a home inspection is to find any hidden problems that could be costly to repair or harmful to your health. As a home buyer, getting a home inspection before closing a deal is one of the smartest things that you can do. So another question I'm often asked is, when do you need a home inspection? So after going under contract for a property, you will be given a set amount of time to do your due diligence and to obtain a home inspection, which, depending on you or your realtor, how you negotiated your contract, can be anywhere from 5 to 10 calendar days, which is typically the industry standard. But like I said, it's dependent on how you or your realtor has negotiated the contract. A home inspection can take anywhere from a minimum of 2 hours or more to complete, and it's dependent on the size of the property, any additional add-on services, if it has a pool, if it has multiple bathrooms, and so forth. Okay, so now a popular question I always get is, what is the difference between a home inspection and an appraisal? A home inspection is going to tell you the condition of a property, and an appraisal is going to tell you the price or the value of a property. And typically, a home inspection is ordered by the buyer, and it is done by third-party companies, private companies, whereas an appraisal is ordered by the bank, and it is done through a lottery system where a random company is chosen, and that helps keep the market fair and the prices accurate. And just to add on a little bit, home inspections are not mandatory. But would you buy a car without looking at it or looking at the engine or not even kicking the tires? No, you wouldn't. Appraisals are not mandatory unless you are getting a mortgage on the property. If you're getting a mortgage on the property, then yes, the bank is automatically going to order an appraisal to make sure what you are buying it for, what you're purchasing it for, it actually is worth that amount. So for instance, if you're buying a house for $300,000 and the appraisal comes back that it's actually only worth $250,000, the bank will not lend you the $300,000. They'll only give you its actual appraised value, which would be the $250,000. So the next section I want to go over is home inspection versus contractor estimates. So I will give you a quick synopsis of the difference between obtaining a home inspection versus contractor estimates and which situations warrant each one, especially for real estate investors. But you can find more in-depth discussion of this in my book titled The 16 Keys to Successful Real Estate Investment, which is available on my website or on Amazon.com. And any copies that are purchased through my website are actually personally signed by myself. So you get a little autograph. Yes, that was a shameless plug. Okay, so dependent on your market price points and the condition of the property you're purchasing, for instance, is it a shell property that needs a full renovation or minor cosmetic work, will be the driving factors for if you should obtain a home inspection or have a general contractor or tradesman come in and provide you with estimates. So when I was a realtor and real estate investment consultant in Philadelphia, I rarely, if ever, had my clients get a home inspection because the homes were older and inexpensive, and some were as low as $5,000, and they never really breached like the $100,000 mark for an investment property. So it was a standard that it would most likely need all new electrical, plumbing, and generally a full renovation. So as a home inspection would state the obvious, plus in most instances the utilities were not turned on, which would make the majority of the home inspection null and void, I would always just recommend getting contractor estimates. So in this instance, I would be able to give my clients a general cost of the renovation budget and recommendations on the repairs because I specialized in real estate investments. But if you are searching on your own or buying properties through a realtor that does not specialize in investments, then I would recommend obtaining contractor estimates and not a home inspection. Now, if you're in a market like the one I'm currently in, which is Southern California, and the price points are significantly higher, we're talking about $300,000 if you're lucky to almost $1 million. You absolutely want to get a home inspection to ensure you're not going to blow your renovation budget because there are major issues like foundational or structural, which I have absolutely seen. I inspected a home under contract for over $700,000 and wasn't even 1,500 square feet that my client only wanted to do cosmetic repairs. But once I inspected the property, I discovered the home had hazardous knob and tube wiring and major foundational issues amongst other major concerns that would be costly to repair and expand my client outside of their budget. And also, a contractor is not going to thoroughly inspect the property. They'll do a walkthrough and get an overview of the house and give a general estimate, whereas obtaining a home inspection first allows you to have an informed conversation with the contractor and let them know the repairs that you are in need of. So just to recap, dependent on the price point and condition of the real estate investment property will determine if you need a home inspection. But if the property is going to be a residency for you, then you should always get you should always get a home inspection 100%. And once again, if you would like to investigate this or read up on this a little bit more, I go over this in my book called The 16 Keys to Successful Real Estate Investment, which you can get on my website at kismetkennedy.com or amazon.com. Okay, so now there are 9 major components or categories of a home that will be inspected. One of them is the roofing, roof coverings, drainage systems, flashing and skylights, chimneys and other roof penetrations. Then there is the structural, which is the foundations, crawl space, grading, and drainage, basements, walkways, and floor, wall, and ceiling structures. Then there's the electrical, which includes the service entrance and panels, branch circuits, connected devices and fixtures, smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, and making sure your outlets are GFCI protected. Then there is plumbing, which includes fixtures and faucets, water supply systems, drain, waste and vent systems, water heaters, vents, flues, and chimneys, and any sump pumps or fuel storage and distribution systems. Then there is the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems, which basically inspects the heating and cooling equipment, the ducts, vents, and flues. Then you have the interior of the home, which includes a representative number of doors, windows, floors, walls, ceilings, stairs, railings, appliances, fireplaces, and the garage in its entirety, including the door and openers. Then for the exterior of the home, it includes the siding, windows, exterior doors, flashing and trim, walkways, driveways, stairs, patios and decks, and drainage. And then we have the crawl space, if you have a crawl space, and that includes the insulation, ventilation, floors, and infrastructure. And then you have an add-on service of the pool and spa. And this is a visual pool and spa inspection, which includes looking over pool equipment, electrical supply, including the pool lighting, and any safety issues immediately surrounding the pool and the pool deck. The mechanical pool and spa inspection monitors most important equipment as it runs. So now I will go a little bit further in depth over each main component of the home that's inspected and give you a little bit more details on what exactly we're looking for. So as far as the roof items, we're looking at what kind of shingles are used, the condition of the shingles, proper use of flashing, no evidence of excess roofing, cement, tar, or caulk. Chimney condition has proper flashing, bricks are intact, and the chimney is straight, meaning that it's plumb. In the attic, the items that will be inspected is the insulation, looking to see if the insulation is present and installed correctly, proper ventilation through the soffit vents, plumbing, exhaust, or appliance vents do not vent into the attic, electrical splices are all closed, no evidence of damage or decay to the structure, staining or water spots on the ceiling, presence of intact or cut trusses, and the general presence of moisture, especially near the roof penetrations. In regards to the foundations and the grounds, if the home's foundation is damaged, this can lead to costly repairs. Since the foundation of the home is essential to a home's structural integrity, this is an item that will be inspected during every home inspection. So the things that we're going to be looking at is that there is proper grading, drainage away from the base of the home, downspouts and gutters are in good condition and directed away from the home, sheds, detached garages, fences, desks, etc. are in good condition and free from rotting or termite damage. Driveways and sidewalks aren't cracked or shifting, and there's no standing water near the home or in the yard. For the interior of the interior of the home should be well maintained and free from damage. Every home will have typical wear and tear. However, the inspector will be looking for signs of abnormal damage, which could mean underlying problems. So the walls and ceilings are going to be painted and in good condition. We'll check for cracks on the walls or ceilings. Window latches are intact and sealed with caulk weather stripping. Doors leading to the exterior are sealed and open and close easily. Rooms are insulated and properly ventilated. Walls and ceilings are free from moisture spots, and flooring, especially hardwood, are level to the ground and free of moisture or soft spots. So for the structure of the property, of the home. The structure of the home is the wooden framework that was built before drywall, insulation, and anything else that was added. The structure is the bones of the house, and if it is damaged or built incorrectly, the home may be unsafe to live in. So if the foundation is in good condition, if the foundation is cracked or shifting, this will affect the structural integrity of the home. We'll check the door frames to ensure that they are straight, allowing doors to swing in and out of the frame with ease. Window frames are straight on all four sides and without gaps. The ridge and fascia board lines are level and straight. Baseboards around all interior walls are flush with the flooring and not lifting or separated. Flooring, especially hardwood, is flat and not bowed or lifting, and the exterior walls are straight and free of any bowing or sagging. So for the electrical problems are dangerous and costly to repair if there is severe damage. So your inspector will be checking the electrical systems thoroughly. If your inspector finds a defect in the home's electrical systems, you should have a professional electrician come out to determine the severity and cost to repair. So do-it-yourself repair jobs, electrical systems should never be do-it-yourself jobs, and this can cause significant damage to the entire system. The inspectors will check for light switches, that they all work, all bulbs light up. A bulb that isn't lit may just need to be replaced, but can also mean faulty wiring. Absence of electrical faults. Electrical circuits are evenly distributed and not overloading a single circuit. All cables are attached to service panel with cable connectors. Visible wiring is in good condition, secured, protected, and without exposed splices. Branch circuits are free from aluminum cables. All wall outlets are working and intact, not pulled out of the wall. GFC outlets are installed where equipped: bathrooms, garages, crawl spaces, basements, laundry rooms, and anywhere a water source is present. Next item is the plumbing. So plumbing problems are some of the most expensive repairs and not something you want to deal with. Your inspector will check all plumbing systems and determine if a professional plumber should be contacted for further analysis. So a home inspector will see that the visible pipes are intact and free from damage. Pipes are free from signs of leaking or staining on surrounding materials. Toilets are dry around the base and free of warped or water-stained flooring. Water heater working properly, free of rust, vented properly. A water heater is adequate size, conditional to number of beds and bathrooms in the house. Water pump produces steady flow and doesn't short cycle. All faucets, indoor and outdoor, in working condition, sealed and without leaks. Hot water temperature is between 118 to 125 Fahrenheit, not under or over. Water runs clear through all the faucets. All drains are clean, don't bubble, and drain at a reasonable pace. Sprinkler systems working, if applicable. And yard is free from soft spots without pooling or soggy areas. The final section is the HVAC, the heating and cooling system. Although some homes don't have an AC system installed, most homes have a heating system. So your inspector will make sure that the HVAC system is working and properly maintained, so you and your family will have a comfortable and safe home. They will look at the type of system, whether it's a water heater or forced hot air, that the HVAC is in working condition. If it is an air system, air flows freely and evenly distributed throughout the home. The flues slope up to the chimney and no open seams. Air filters are clean and maintained. Ductwork isn't damaged or old. Separate flues for gas, oil, propane, and coil and wood, if applicable. Absence of odor from gas. AC unit is working if it's present and free from rust, and vents are clear and properly ventilated. Remember that each home is different, so there may be items on your inspector's checklist that we didn't go over today. But however, it is safe to say that these 8 categories will be your inspector's list. So you should go through each section and write down any specific questions you have and give them to your home inspector at the beginning of your inspection. Alrighty, well that concludes this webinar, and I hope that you enjoyed it and it was helpful and informative for you, because child, it took me about 5 different attempts to record this thing, but I stayed committed. So if you have any questions or inquiries, you can email me at the email address on the screen, and to schedule a home inspection in the Southern California area, you can visit and book through my website at kismetkennedy.com, or you can click the link below this video. And as always, peace and love.